Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of This Podcast Will Kill You. Okay, not literally. It could. It depends how you want to take my words and everything like that. If you want to take them literally, it's up to you. This is not Cooking with Goldbridge. I am in my kitchen. So this is Stretford Post. So I won't be cooking today, unfortunately. Unfortunately for you guys, because I see myself as quite a good cook. Yeah. I used to cook a long time ago. Actually, when I was young, I remember I went on holiday, and when you do the old work experience, I picked a school dinner man. So basically, smiley faces, beetroot, peas, all that lot. I used to do all that business. I didn't actually pick it because it was the only choice I had. I was on holiday. I was away for a few months, so it was the only jobs available. That was the only jobs available that I could pick from. So anyway, forget all about that. Let's talk about the football yesterday. The football yesterday caused a bit of a stir, didn't it? The thing I want to talk about is hypothesis, or being hypothetical and talking in hindsight. It's so easy to talk in hindsight. It's like there's players that don't play well for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and then they have one good performance and they come out the woodwork. For example, Daniel James, to be honest, last game, Real Sociedad, he played good. Last night, he played okay. He gets a goal, which 99.9% of decent players can score. Yeah, so he gets a goal, then he's heralded as Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's the greatest player of all time, and blah, 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 So I want to talk about that game. I felt like we were pedestrian in the first half. I didn't think we really got a foothold in the game. I felt Newcastle were really going for it. I was surprised at their tactics. They were attacking a lot, and I didn't expect them to attack, to be honest with you. I felt the team did all right in the second half. Again, I still think there's a lot of areas in our team that need work, and I don't feel like it's, we're going anywhere quick because our team is pedestrian at best. And I feel like we need better quality players, of course. We need to stop being so cautious, of course. Ole got it right. They done well. They won the game, and that's all that matters. He won 3-1 against Newcastle, because I, for one, thought we might even draw the game, because Newcastle and Stevie Bruce, the legend that Stevie Bruce is, he won't want to lose that game easily. And, I knew he would put up a fight. He did have some injuries, and I felt like we did okay. We did well to win the game, and we won the game, and I'm happy about that. And let's leave it at that. But where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Do you think this team has enough about it to do anything special this year? What is an acceptable season for you? What is an acceptable season for me? I would say that coming top 4 and a trophy is an acceptable season for us. If we come top 4 and we win a trophy, I would say that, yeah, we've done all right. We've won, we're not going to win the league. We're not going to challenge for the league. No chance we're going to challenge for the league. You must be joking. You might as well give Manchester City, the oil money club, the trophy right now and print Etihad all over it, because we're not winning the Premier League or challenging for the Premier League this season. So we need to look at what's realistic. And what's realistic is top 4 finish and a trophy. Will we win a trophy? That's the $1 million question. Will we win a trophy? I mean, I don't think we have the mentality to win a trophy. I think when we get to semi-finals, we kind of bottle it. We've got a lot of players there who've got a mental block, I believe, and I don't think that they will win the trophy when it comes to the crunch, when it comes to the semi-final. We seem to bottle it, just as we did last season. 4 semi-finals. It's no joke. We need to win one of those. We need to break this mental block, and we need to try and win a trophy. It's not about Ole in or Ole out. Personally, I don't think Ole is good enough for the club. Personally, I don't think Ole's a good tactician. He does have tactics, but I don't think his tactics are of a United standard. And that's all. And that's nothing personal. That's nothing, I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As I've said numerous times, he's one of our greatest ever players. Contrary to popular belief that he just stuck out a leg in the 1999 Champions League final, which he didn't. He was pivotal to us winning the treble, and he was pivotal in us winning trophies all throughout his career. Now, I also want to talk about today, got a lot to talk about. There's lots of online trolls going around and stuff like that. And, You know, people hitting my page up, talking about, you know, this, that, and the other, hitting me up. Guys, listen, you know, you guys, you don't bother me. You know, it doesn't bother me. No matter what you do, what you say, you know, you do not bother me. And you can tweet me all you like. It's up to you. I ain't got time to go through them. I ain't got time to get, you know, block you or anything like that. I just ain't got time to go through thousands of you, because obviously you have a problem with me and I'm really rattling your feathers. You know, you're really, you know, you're really getting a little bit upset by me. You're a little bit upset by me. I don't know why. It must be my face. I don't care. To be honest with you, you can hate all you like. You can hate all you like. You know, it doesn't matter. It does not matter to me. I've got big channels hating on me too. I've got one of the biggest Manchester United channels in the United Kingdom, if not the world, hating on me. So, you know, why am I going to stress? Why am I going to stress? I'm obviously doing something right. I've got something to hate on, and that's it. So I'm smiling away. I'm enjoying it. I've got my friends, I've got my family, and I'm loving life in my beautiful kitchen, as you can see. Perfectly, you know, assembled kitchen. You know, you like the tiles? It's very nice, isn't it? Really beautiful tiles. I like them. Yeah, red as well, like Man United. Yeah, enjoy that. Yeah, so I'm happy as Larry, and I want to thank all the guys who are supporting me, first and foremost. All the guys supporting me, all the people who supported my interview with Saeed. That was a fantastic interview. It was great to have him on. Great to get an insight into social media, and the way he handles himself was absolutely spot on. I admire the guy. He's a brilliant podcaster, and I'm sure he'll go far in the game. Now, also, I want to talk about other things that are coming up with me. I've got a few more interviews coming up this week. I'm very excited about. I've got a couple of professional athletes who I will be interviewing, and it will be a good one. Because there'll be real subjects, what's going on, what I've just been talking about. People on social media who use social media the wrong way, use Twitter the wrong way. You know, people who go on Twitter just to beef people, just to try and get clout from people. This is what I will be talking about this week, and how it can damage mental health. With me, I'm hard as nails. It doesn't matter what you say to me, it will not bother me at all. Not at all. Now, anyway, beside that, I look forward to that. I will be giving more details about it in the coming days. Beside that, I want to talk about Manchester United and the way that I feel like, you know, the favoritism within the club. And we will win the odd game. Of course, we're going to win the odd game. We're going to win games. We're Manchester United. We've got good players, right? We got good players. Now, there's this little fracas going on with Daniel James yesterday. In my opinion, I think Daniel James is a good player in regards to playing him in a team that attacks us. Against the team that attacks us, he can catch you on a break, and he can make a lot of spaces happen, and he can make things happen. And I feel like he's really good at that. That's why I was surprised at Newcastle playing the low block yesterday. They're playing the attacking style that they played yesterday, because I feel like Daniel James there playing the low block. Daniel James doesn't really do well against the low block. So Newcastle attacking us really played into our hands. And I feel like if they just were a bit more clever with it, a bit more clever with the tactics, they would have actually done something a bit better in the game. And I felt like they played okay, but I don't think they went with the right tactics. Sorry, Newcastle fans, but I feel like Stevie Bruce is not the guy for you. Love the guy, Stevie Bruce, 96 minutes, all that. You know, I just don't think he's a great manager. Again, just like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's not a great manager. You know, would Stevie Bruce do the same as well as or as bad as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? What about Mark Hughes? He's also a legend. He's never managed us. You know, it's just, you pick out all the legends that can manage the club, but are they great managers? This is the whole thing. And which one of our legends has actually gone on to actually be a great manager? I mean, winning trophies, that sort of manager. This is the whole thing. You know, I like managers who can get a small club up, who can win things with small clubs, like Harry Redknapp has done, people like that, you know, and, you know, have a low budget, no budget at all, and still do well and still get in the top four, etc. Now, I was a big critic of David Moyes. I was a huge critic of David Moyes, but you have to give the credit where it's due. I mean, he's done really well at West Ham, and I feel like he's revived his career. I feel like he's go in place with that team. He does have some good players at West Ham. He has some good players, but he still have to assemble that team together. This guy doesn't have a huge budget. So I congratulate him on that. He deserves it. Do you think he had a fair shot at the United job back in 2013? Do you think it was fair that he got sacked? At the time, I feel like at the time, because I feel like he upset the apple cart too much. He dismantled the squad. He dismantled the backroom staff. He got rid of a few people, including Phelan. He got rid of a few people, and he brought in his own people. And he also brought in, obviously, Fellaini and Mata and players like that. And it just didn't work. Given time, would he have done it? I don't think the fans were as patient back then. I don't think we were as patient, because we went from a championship winning side to basically sixth place, which was alien to us. It was alien to us. We never finished below third, let alone sixth. So it was, the fans were unhappy, and they just felt like he wasn't the right man for the job. And I felt like he wasn't at the time, but people can fix themselves, people can pick themselves up, and they can revive their careers. And I congratulate David Moyes for doing that and reviving his career. In regards to Manchester United, I feel like it's very important that we come top four this season. I feel like we will come top four this season. If we don't, it's a disaster, but we will come top four this season. But I really, really want us to win a trophy, because lifting that trophy at the end of the season is what breeds confidence. It's what gives a winning mentality. This is very important for Manchester United, because we've got a lot of players there who have not lifted a trophy. We've got some players who lifted Europa League trophy and the League Cup. It's a few years ago now, and slowly but surely that mental block is coming, and I think we still got that mental block there. And I don't see us challenging for a title anytime soon. I don't see us challenging for a title. So I want to talk about hindsight. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, hindsight, isn't it? You can talk all you like, after the game, I told you so, and hide in the wilderness for the next few weeks. That's what you do, and just come out when it goes your way. I stick by my opinions. I don't hide from my opinions. I believe I know what's right for Manchester United, player-wise, tactics-wise, and I believe a lot of the fans out there do as well. There's a few who don't. There's a few who are on there just top reds, who've been going there for years, who just, don't want to take any criticism, live on a cloud, and, they don't accept any criticism at all. Probably sport and born with a silver spoon, because with me, criticism is very important. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I admit I'm not perfect. And that's the thing. You can criticize me as long as it's constructive. You critique me, it's constructive. When I do the music thing with my brother, people critique, it's constructive. Our producer critiques, it's constructive. It's right. That's right what you said there. Actually, I could do it like that. Or I could, that sounds better like that, doesn't it? Yeah. And then you improve. And that's what criticism is about. And that's exactly the same with Manchester United. That is exactly the same with Manchester United in regards to criticism. It's not about, podcasts. It's not about fan channels. These fan channels are there for the fans. Yeah. You got channels, big major corporations like Sky, and you got MUTV in particular. You got a very, very, mythical opinion on there, where everything is all rosy, and you've got bunnies in a garden, you've got unicorns flying and everything like that. It's all happy. No one talks about the Glazers. No one talks about what the Glazers are doing to the club. People, as I criticised Lou Macari before, laughing at callers on the panel, talking about Glazers. This is, and also Paddy Crerand, the legend that he is, love the guy, but maybe they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice but to just mock the opinion of people who are calling in, talking about the Glazers, And these are the channels, these MUTVs and that, they are like, they got an edit button, so they cannot say what they want to say. But us and fan channels and podcasts can say it, yeah, and we can get the real opinion of the fans. We're not the voice of the fans, we're not the voice of the fans, but we can take opinion, and we can bring the opinion to the next level in regards to Manchester United, the Glazers, etc. So I had done the 58-minute walkout, for example, back in a few months ago. People spoke a lot about it. I've done my best, trying to make a difference. And, the problem with our United fan base is that they're too divided, and they want to mock anything that goes against their opinion, that goes against their narrative. If it goes against your narrative, yeah, you're not a real Man United fan. If it goes against your opinion, you're not a real Man United fan. You know, so this when I created the 58th minute walkout, you know, people were on me saying, "Oh, what you gonna do? How can you do that? You know, walk out. You know, you got to support the lads. You got to support the club." This is not about supporting the club. It's not about supporting the lads. We support the club. We love Manchester United. This is about the Glazers and wanting the Glazers to pull their finger out and start acting like owners and stop concentrating on Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in America. This was the whole point of that. Yeah, this is the whole point. Like, I put myself on the line to do that. Yeah, you know, it should be appreciated. And you guys, I appreciate you Glazer Out movements who have done the same thing, who are trying to make a difference at the club. And the club, it has a cancer all the way through. And that includes some of the fan bases and the cults within the fan bases, you know, the actual, you know, ignorance in the fan base, sections of the fan base, people who have got time to create Twitter profiles. I don't know what's going on with some of our fan base. We've got a worldwide pandemic out there, a pandemic that could potentially wipe us out as a human race. And we've got people concentrating on people on Twitter, hating on people on Twitter, abusing people on Twitter, trying to slander people on Twitter. Listen, right? You're not fooling anyone, and we're not falling for that. Anyway, let's keep it positive and let's keep it going. We're Manchester United. We're doing okay. We're in the top 4. We got a couple of cup games coming up. Got to win a trophy, as I said. Got to win a trophy, and let's believe that we will win a trophy. And let's believe we'll get over that mental block that we've had for so long now. Yeah, let's hope we get over the semi-final stage at least. Yeah. So at the end of the day, an FA Cup or Europa League. For me, Europa League, because it's got more pristine about it. You win Europa League, you're more known in Europe. European teams will take notice. You know, it's done wonders for Sevilla, for example. You know, we need to win that trophy. Will we win that trophy? I don't know if we can win that trophy. We've got some good teams in the Europa League still. Got some very good teams in the Europa League. And I feel like we're going to do very well to win that trophy. We're going to do very well to win that trophy. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about myself. My name's Sal Warner. I'm from East London. Yep. There's a lot of rumours going around that I'm a Leyton Orient fan. Now, let me clear this up for you. I am from Leyton. I was from a road called Windsor Road, which is literally on the doorstep of Leyton Orient Football Club. I had a floodlight in my garden. That's how it was, yeah. That's how bad. I had a floodlight in my garden. I remember there was a reserve game between Tottenham and some other team, and Darren Anderton kicked the ball on my window, right? It was a reserve game, right? That is how close I was to the action, right? So I had a lot of things to do with Leyton Orient Football Club. You know, I'd done a lot of community work with Leyton Orient Football Club, a lot of charity work with football in the community, starting up football clubs, you know, starting up creating, you know, funding for pitches and for kids to play, to get off the street, to stop selling drugs, for example, because East London is not a pretty place. So that's where I was raised. It does not mean I don't support Manchester United. It just means I'm looking after the club that I basically live on the doorstep of, right? There's players in our team. There's players in our legends, the class of 92. You've got Paul Scholes, an Oldham Athletic fan. You know, it doesn't mean he doesn't love Manchester United, but it's his local club. My local club was Leyton Orient, and I looked after Leyton Orient. They looked after me, right, as residents. So that is the whole point. Yes, I was invited to the playoff final in 2017 against Rotherham United, which they lost, unfortunately, but I was invited there. We done a track for the World Cup, me and my brother, Reds. We done a track for the World Cup called Alive and Kicking, which went on Soccer AM. And basically, Leyton Orient were proud of that a local resident made some movements in regards to music, and they wanted to support us. And my boy, Sean Batt, who was playing for Leyton Orient at the time, we got him in the video. We got everyone involved. And, you know, it was a fantastic success, and we enjoyed it very much, visiting over 50 grounds in the country. Over 50 grounds in the country we visited in the space of 3 days. My peeps, 3 days we did that. Alive and Kicking. It's on YouTube now. Retired Reds, REDZZ, Alive and Kicking. You will see it, and it's a World Cup. It was for the World Cup in 2014. Do I want my team, my local club to do well? Of course we want our local club to do well, whether it's Nuneaton Borough or Leyton Orient or whoever it is, or Nottingham Forest. We do want our local teams to do well. Do we have a season ticket for our local team? No, we don't. Do we go every game? No, we don't. We don't. We just do it to support, because they're a small club and they're our local club, and you've got to support your people. Never forget where you come from. That's the most important thing, right? Manchester United is my club. I've been supporting Manchester United since the 80s. So I'm quite old in regards to United fan. I've been around the block in regards to United fans, and I've been around the world with United. And, you know, I don't have to justify it, but I enjoyed every single moment. And there are some fantastic people within our club, some fantastic fans within our club all around the world. We're the best club in the world, and we need to stay on those standards, keep up those standards. That's what it's all about. Traveling with Man United in European games and Champions League games, you know, it's what it's all about. Meeting new fans, it's what it's all about. I used to see people at Old Trafford coming from Japan and China. I used to be like, wow, just to see a game, you know, proper United fans, just to see a game. It's fantastic. You know, and, you know, we don't want to lose this. We don't want to lose this by accepting the Glazers' lowering of expectation, because mediocrity is becoming a vibe in our club at the moment. It's becoming a thing in our club at the moment. The mediocrity is growing. Fans are accepting mediocrity. More and more and more and more fans are accepting it. Maybe their life is mediocre. I don't know. No offense, but maybe your life is mediocre. You accept mediocrity, you know. I always want to try and better myself, no matter where I am. I came from a poor background, 1-bedroom flat, 5 of us. Yeah. So I want to better myself. And, you know, I encourage everyone to better themselves, and I encourage Manchester United to better themselves. Okay. So it's not about that. You know, you guys can carry on supporting the club the way you want to support the club. But the way I'm going to support the club is try to push the club, try to say we should do better. Players should be better. Players should improve. Because at the moment, I don't see any players improving. Now, I wanted to talk lastly and finally, I know you've had enough of me already, but about youth players and youth players being incorporated into the team. For example, Shortire and Diallo, players of that ilk, and Hannibal. Now, I made a comment yesterday about youth players not being given a chance, and they were not given a chance because 3 minutes is not being given a chance, okay? 3 minutes from the end of the game is not being given a chance, right? My worry with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in regards to the youth is that he doesn't want to give the youth a chance. The only time he gives youth a chance is when there's loads of injuries and he has no choice and he's in a corner to give him a chance. And when he does, he waits to the last seconds of the game to give him a chance. That is not giving youth a chance. When you incorporate a player, make a player, put him into the team, establish the player as a first-team player, improve the player, that's when I can look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and say, mate, you done well with that one, mate. You created that player, you created that player, you created that player, just like Sir Alex did. And, you know, it's just like Van Gaal did to an extent, because Van Gaal won a trophy with Paddy McNair, Tyler Blackett, etc., didn't he? So this is what I'm talking about. You need to follow the traditions of the club in regards to youth players, and you need to start giving them more opportunities, and at least have a few of them on the bench, guys. Listen, have a few of them on the bench, bring them on with 20 minutes to go. If the game is won like it was against Newcastle were not going to do anything to us. Bring them on with 20 minutes, half an hour to go. Give them a proper shot at it. Give them a proper shot at it, because yes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes is not a shot at it. I'm telling you right now. That's not how it's done. That's not how giving youth a chance is done. That's not how improving players is done. You know, and start playing them more in the cup competitions as well. Yeah, because that's what we pride ourselves on, the Busby Babes. That's where we come from, the Busby Babes. We gave youth a chance. You know, the class of 92, we gave youth a chance. We always walked through players, but we walked through players the right way, and we gave them a chance to shine. We didn't just play them for 2 minutes and send them on loan to Preston North End. That's what we used to give them, a proper chance, a few games. Yeah, and you think, okay, look, you know, when Beckham came through, for example, let's think about Beckham way back when 1994. I remember David Beckham having a blinding game against Galatasaray. We won the game 4-0. I remember it. And Beckham kicked one right into the corner. I remember from 25 yards, was it? 25 yards. And a fellow Leytonstone lad again fellow Leytonstone lads, you like the East London Leytonstone lads, don't you? The little Leytonstone lads who were the best players in 1999. Who was the best player in 1999? It was David Beckham was the best player in 1999. East End boy, yeah, East End boy. Don't hate and let fans support clubs from wherever they come from. Anyway, David Beckham, bottom corner, yeah, Galatasaray, 1994, 4-0. Went out the competition, unfortunately, but we loaned him out. But at that time, he had already had games under his belt with Manchester United, full games under his belt. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, but the Champions League had restrictions then. You know, you can only play a certain amount of European players, blah, 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 blah. He played in some league games too, and he played in the cup games in the Coca-Cola Cup at the time. So, yeah, we need to give players a fair chance, not 2 minutes at the end of the game. You know, in regards to Daniel James, like the guy, I think he's a top lad. I think that he will be a great player, you know, but sometimes it's going to take work because he's a bit of a road runner, and tactically, you know, a lot of people don't know much about intercontinental football. They don't watch continental football. So they don't understand movements and stuff like that. They act like they do. So when he scored a tap-in, like Schmeichel scored a goal, it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean he's Cristiano Ronaldo, does it? But when he scores a tap-in, you know, you're like, oh, you see, I told you, you F this, you F that, you be this, you be that. I told you, you know, F all about football. You know nothing about football. You know, you act like, let the manager make the choices. You prat, you this, you that, you this, you that. Listen, yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't look at what happened just then because someone tapped in a goal in a corner and then all of a sudden the performance just goes up. We're living in a generation that are concentrating too much on stats. I see what's with my eyes. I know what's good. I've seen it all the way back to the 80s. I know what's good, right? I see it with my own eyes. And, you know, just because someone scores a goal in the back post with a tap in, you know, anyone could be there. I could be there. My nan could be there. We can just tap it in on the far post. You know, all of a sudden the performance goes from bad to world-class, you know, epic proportion performance. Wake up, be open-minded, look at the game, study the game, watch the game and think ahead. Will this win us a major trophy? Will this give us a Champions League title? Will this give us a Premier League title? Listen, yeah, you have to take criticism and you have to listen to criticism, just like I do. I listen to criticism. I remember when Darren Fletcher came through the ranks, I wasn't a big fan of Darren Fletcher when he first came through, especially during 2004, 2005, 2006. We weren't really winning anything. I remember Darren Fletcher, I felt like favoritism. I was like, it's getting played too much. But you could slowly but surely see improvement in Darren Fletcher, a lot of improvement. And that's what it's all about. And I'm happy to say he proved me wrong at the time. And Darren Fletcher went on to be one of the best holding midfielders in Europe and one of the best we've ever had. You know, he also nicked him with a few very important goals against big clubs. And I congratulated him on that. And we also won the Champions League title, right? Bear in mind, we had Cristiano Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez in front of him, you know, but we had a very, very, very good team that time. And, you know, he improved within that team. And I held my hands up. I remember I didn't used to talk. We didn't used to have YouTube and all the live streams and stuff. We used to go on the manunited.com blog and we used to write comments on the blog and we used to wait for people to comment back. Then we comment back. How many times I've been banned from that platform is unreal. But yeah, that's what we used to do. And, you know, players improve. Do I think Daniel James will improve much? No. 23, you know, no, not much. Like McTominay's 24. You know, you're reaching your peak now in a couple of years. So can you improve much? It's highly doubtful. And this is the whole point I was making anyway. Anyway, I want to thank you all you lot for tuning in. And thank you for all your retweets, all your likes, the haters, the lovers, whatever you want them. I don't care. I like you all. You all keep safe. You all stay blessed. Yeah. And stay happy. Yeah. Don't stop getting upset at my face, you know. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Yeah, I've got this mutt here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not arrogant. So it's all good. Yeah. So you will have a peaceful day, a great evening, a great night. Spend it with your parents. Spend it with your girlfriends. Whatever you want to spend it with. Have a great time. Yeah. Thanks for viewing. Back with the mixing sound soon. Yeah. Got big interviews coming up this week. Take it easy. Yeah. Peace.